What is going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chair Shot Sports, a sport kind of feeling, as always, powered by Zone Energy. Welcome to the Summer Slam Prediction Show. We got here, it was a little later than planned. Obviously, we had to have some substitutes, pull some people off the bench. Life happens, is what it is, but we are so happy to be here to talk in 2 nights of one of the biggest Summer Slams to come our way in a long, long time. So let me introduce the cast. Obviously, you guys know me. Over here we have Vinny from Suds and Squared Circle. My boy, how's it going? How you doing, Vinny? Thank you for jumping in. I appreciate you subbing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all. It's a busy week for me. I'm doing, did Suds News last night, doing this tonight, probably doing a couple of recordings and getting ready for the Sudsies this Friday. So Friday night, 8 p.m., many of these same channels, actually, Sudsy Awards 2025. And our fifth person just jumped into the room.
There he is. Before we get going, let me, without further ado, my man, anything Baltimore Orioles, anything Baltimore Ravens, that season's coming up, baby. Football is here. We got 36 more days till kickoff. Anything you want to know, we're afraid to ask for Baltimore Ravens and Orioles. My boy, Matt Trigger. Matt, what's going on, baby?
What's up, good people? Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for coming in so short notice. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. Awesome stuff.
Thank you for letting me get my shower in.
Always, man. No, please.
As soon as
I literally asked Matt, and he's like, "Well, I get out this time. I'll push it back. Don't worry about it. We'll make the move. It's cool. We're all good. It's fine." No, please, it's all good. Don't worry. I'm glad we had more people here for the show. It all works. And obviously, a young lady you've seen here on the show many times when it comes to predictions, things like that, going on with WWE and NXT. And this young lady also has a podcast coming out soon. We'll talk about that later down the road. Miss Lady Alpha, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Living life, baby. Having a great time. So excited for night 1 and 2. I'll be there night 2 at MetLife. So excited for this weekend, man. My third SummerSlam. It's going to be fun. Such a great card both nights. I'm pumped for it. And last but certainly not least, you see this man on my station a lot. Obviously, you're going to see us later on tonight doing the NXT Rewind. One half of the Mop Squad. Not one third of the Mop Squad. I apologize. 1/3. My boy, obviously, Matt, Mike Norton. What's going on, Mike?
What's going on, bro? Thank you for having me. Shout out to the subs. I mean, they're both going down for 6 man awards. The way they popped in, we do appreciate that, fellas. And what's up, Alpha?
Hi. How are you?
Shout out to the tiara.
Oh, thanks.
I love it, man. This team is awesome, man. If you guys have watched my show, we've all been here before. We've all done great predictions, and it's always a great energy. It's great thoughts. I'm happy to see. Matt, someone's already shouting you out as far as the jelly roll match.
Jelly look good out there. I don't know.
Oh, Matt can't wait to give his thoughts on that match. I'm telling you right now.
Is that night 1?
What?
Is it night 1?
Yep.
It is night 1. Yeah. We don't. I think I might get that out of the way first, just to talk about it.
Thank God.
Cass Marie, thank you so much for jumping in. Again, thank you so much for everyone. I know we talked about 6 o'clock. It's 6:45, a little after that. So thank you so much for everyone being flexible, jumping in. Ariel, thank you so much. As always, very much a pleasure and sport. Thank you so much, man. Joe, appreciate you. So let's get right into it, folks. Obviously, this is a very, very stacked 2 nights of SummerSlam. Dare I say, this might even be better than WrestleMania, in my opinion. These matches are going to slap. The storylines are going to be great. And I think moving for the rest of 2025 to 2026 Royal Rumble into our Mania over in Vegas again. I think these are going to speak volumes for returns, things going on, and what have you. But let's just jump right into it and start talking about it. So let's start with night 1. Let's start with a match that I know a lot of people are excited about, including my boy Matt. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll are attacking each other, taking on night 1 to take on the team of Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Now, obviously, Jelly Roll is new to this, new to the ring, new to wrestling. He's been training with multiple wrestlers at the PC. It hasn't been a secret. He's lost a lot of weight. My man is under 296 pounds for the first time since middle school, and he's looking to be under 290 by the time SummerSlam rolls around in a couple days. So, shout out to Jelly Roll just for the transformation, losing all that weight. So that's always a cool thing. The match itself, obviously, could we say this? Obviously, Travis Scott and WWE have had a falling out.
Thank God.
Seriously.
Thank God.
I think I maybe talked about it a few months back. I think the Travis Scott John Cena pairing was going to be a thing, but I think that him not kind of having that ADHD. No shout out to anybody, nothing against anything with that, but again, from reports of him not really be able to focus in, being 15 places at once, and not really able to hone in on the grind and the craft. just didn't work out with him, unfortunately. So they grab Jelly Roll. He goes with we got Roll KO taking in Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. This match I think is going to be great. I think you're going to see it by the three veterans in WWE. If the match goes 26 minutes, I would like to think that the three gents will be in there 22 and a half with Jelly Roll in there doing a Jelly Destroyer or maybe a Boss Man Slam again, a Black Hole Slam, whatever he wants to do. But a Jelly Roll definitely gets a hit, a big final hit when he needs to. But unfortunately, I think it's going to kick off. I hate to say this, but someone like Drew McIntyre coming back here right now to SummerSlam, one of the biggest events right now of 2025, probably bigger than Mania, like I talked about when we kicked off. I can't see Drew losing here. Maybe Logan eats an L here from Jelly, and I mean, Drew and Randy are kind of okay. It's kind of a gimmick match, low key. I don't know, man. It's easy to go for the faces. You think Jelly and Randy are going to take it? I got Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre walking out of here, being your winners on night one. Vinny, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the match, man? Who do you got coming out winning?
Well, Runnin actually points out that Drew McIntyre is currently stuck in the UK. He's without his passport, and he doesn't know if he'll get back in time for SummerSlam. I mean, granted, TKO has a private jet, so there's always a possibility of him getting back. But for right now, the match could be up in the air. As far as the match itself goes, I'm impressed with Jelly Roll. One of the best things that has come down the pike in the past number of years, whether you look at Bad Bunny or Logan Paul, and even Jelly Roll, is the amount of the celebrity inclusion of, in matches has been phenomenal. Gone are the days where we're ridiculing David Arquette for winning the WCW championship because he obviously didn't have the training in like a performance center. And granted, he loves the business. He had respect for the business, but with this upcoming tag match, I got to go probably with the heels as well. If Drew and Logan win, I have a feeling Jelly Roll take the pin, but Randy's also in the kind of spot where he could take the pin and it won't really hurt him. So I would probably end up going with Drew and Logan in this one.
I like those picks. Real quick, too. Happy birthday over to Denver. Thank you so much for chopping in. Appreciate you, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Always
Happy
cool.
birthday, Denver.
Awesome stuff. Let me go to a man that I know has some deep feelings and some deep thoughts about this match. Matt Trigger, I want to talk to you about this, man. How you feeling about Jelly Roll, Randy Orton taking on Logan and Drew?
I hope it opens the show, and I hope they get this over with. The fact that you said 26 minutes just like ruined my mood. I hope it's more like 6 minutes.
10 minutes too much.
I can't do this shit. Like this. Like I'll give Jelly Roll his props for training and trying. I'll give him that. But I swear to God, like really, like I hate Travis Scott even more now for this shit. Because I at least wanted to see him get his ass whooped in the WWE ring.
You left and gave us Jelly Roll. God damn it! Nah, what are you doing?
Like we went from unequivocally bad to worse. And I like Jelly Roll's music. I love his music, but he doesn't have any business in a WWE ring.
No.
Like the fact that Logan did all the work for that Boss Man Slam just pissed me off to no end. I stopped watching Raw after that.
Respect it. I respect it.
Oh man.
I literally stopped what I was doing and I just turned it off.
I'm done. I'm done with this.
Yeah, I'm over this. I'm not even gonna get on a rant because I know you got a show to do. It's yeah. I don't know what that guy means, but
I think he's trying to say with jelly to Travis to Jelly. What are we doing? Like you could have grabbed somebody else. Hashtag we want Mellow. With that being said, I'm gonna take it over to Lady Alpha. Lady, how do you see it going down as far as the tag match and who's walking out of there with a win?
McIntyre and Paul. As much as I loathe to say that, I cannot stand Logan Paul. But I agree with Matt. Jelly Roll has no business in a wrestling ring. Yes, he deserves all the flowers for losing the weight, doing the training, putting in the work, but he just does not belong in a wrestling ring. And that's one match that I plan to skip. I will go in and cook go into the kitchen and cook something to eat while that's going on. Just not interested at all. So
I literally get out at 6, so I'm hoping it does open, so I'm able to get home and like just that's the match that's ending. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't miss out the rest of the matches. Cool, here we go.
Why is it starting at 6 o'clock?
I think to be perfectly honest with you, I honestly said the same thing because I'm getting there, leaving here at 8:30. It's a 3-hour drive, whatever. Obviously, there'll be traffic by MetLife. We're gonna pull at the hotel. To be honest with you, I think because they're planning I think they're gonna let the matches cook. I think they're gonna be doing a lot of other extracurricular things. I mean, not for nothing. I mean, we're gonna talk about it.
Well, wait a minute. Is the show starting at 6 or is it the
pre-show
starting at 6?
No, the
pre-show starts at 3.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't realize that.
Everyone's been, yeah.
So
literally, like, I'm getting there for noon. I want to walk around MetLife and like do my thing. There's gonna be stuff outside. They got the SummerSlam store, all that cool stuff. That's gonna be awesome. And like, there's gonna be some wrestlers walking around. But I was like, man, I could probably walk into the arena at like, I don't know, shit. I probably walk into the arena like 4. I'll be able to walk down to the back and be on the pre-show. Like 3 hours. What? Of seeing the same vignettes we've seen for 3 hours? Man, come on, man. What are we for 3 weeks? What are we doing? Awesome. My boy Mike Norton. How do you think about it, man? How do you see the action going down?
I gotta sail off to an island to make sure I don't get attacked. Let me use my
My man's with the paddle.
Put it like this. I agree with a few things, but then I'm gonna say what I gotta say. So first of all,
good baby.
Jelly Roll don't need to be in a wrestling ring. I don't mind him, being around WWE, but wrestling ring, probably not so much. The one thing I will agree with, I would have liked to see Travis Scott get beat down in the ring after all the annoying shit he put us through. So I gotta agree with that.
Get that receipt.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing I will say though about Jelly, and this is the part that I think Travis just didn't get. And I think like Bad Bunny got this too, and a lot of I think Suds nailed it with a lot of these celebrities. There's got to be a little bit of naturalness to what they're doing. Like David Arquette and Travis Scott are more similar. They look like they don't know what the hell they're doing when they get in the ring. Mm-hmm. Jelly Roll at least looks like he could, he's watched a move or two and he might be able to imitate it.
Those shoulder blocks, though. Those shoulder blocks was like.
Slam looks good too. I mean, the choke slam. I get what Matt said. That boss man slam was like all Logan and Jelly Roll just kind of falling. So that was pretty funny. But if you're talking about just, I pray they don't give this match longer than 10 minutes. First things first. But if you're asking me who could give you a better 5-move or 5-minute experience in the wrestling universe, I'm probably leaning towards Jelly Roll. Like Travis Scott he couldn't even get a punch down. He blew out Cody's eardrum, right? Yep. So it's like you can't even get a fake punch down. I don't know what I would trust you to do if like it's more riskier,
Yeah, it's fake, that, bro. It's fake. It's fake.
Yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna go against the grain here.
I love it.
I think Jelly Roll pins Logan, and McIntyre and Orton are there to carry this whole match. Really, not saying Logan can't work, but I don't believe Jelly Roll is gonna go out there and give it a full go. So I just think that Orton and McIntyre go at it, and at some point Jelly Roll might put Logan Paul through a table or something and get the pin for the feel good moment, which that's what I'm looking at. So that's my pick.
I like that. Keep it 100 too, because I talked about this. I think me and Big Mike talked about it on either Raw or SmackDown, whatever show we did on Monday or Friday. If anyone's gonna eat this pin, if Jelly does win, it's gonna be Logan. It has to be. You cannot have Drew take that pin against Jelly Roll. You might as well ship his ass out. Like get out of here, bro.
Look at this match, and I don't think Orton or McIntyre should go anywhere near taking a pin.
No, not even close. And the other thing too is, no, you're absolutely right. And Matt, you said the same thing about it opening the match. WWE is notorious for opening up with opening matches, having the faces go over. So if it does open, look for a Jelly Destroyer, look for something, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever he's going to do. But you might have a Jelly Roll pinning Logan Paul. We'll see where it falls on the card. Again, what I'm doing. Go ahead.
No, here's the thing. I'm dying to see what Jelly Roll wears to the ring. Do you think he's gonna come out dressed as he's been dressed, or do you think he's gonna try to put on wrestling attire?
I don't want to imagine that.
He's got some Jinko jeans.
Can we go to the next
probably like
topic,
a jersey,
please? Can we not talk about what this man's gonna wear?
My bad, Matt might shut off SummerSlam. It might happen.
I'm gonna say if that show. Oh my God. Oh. Anyway, all right.
Is this why you wanted me on the show tonight, just to hear me go off about this fucking guy?
Yeah, we're good. You can actually. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. Thanks, man.
That's good content, Matt. That's good content.
Nah, man. Listen, man. Isaiah, what's going on, baby? Thank you so much for jumping in. Appreciate you as always, man. No, man. But Matt, there's way more than just this match. But I know I want to get out of the way.
Sure. Thank
I just
God.
want you to talk about it because I know we had a thing.
They snuck in 6 matches night 1.
They did. Excited for night 2 though. Ooh boy, let's go.
You should.
But staying on night 1 right now. Let's go to another non-title match. Let's go to. I'm so scared of it. Yo, come. Yo, I don't know if that's Big Mike. I don't know if that's Sped Rock. No, y'all out of pocket. What are you?
That is funny.
Oh my God!
Like the Attitude Era, we had to see Mae Young, so nothing.
Oh Jesus! Stop!
Nothing comes
The hand. What are we doing?
Oh,
God.
God.
Jesus. Oh man! Right. Let's get into another non-title match on night 1. Let's go. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. Obviously, this has been a month and a half now rivalry going back and forth. Karrion convinced that he can break Sami of him being just like everybody else and finding that dark side within Zayn. And Sami just proving him wrong in every avenue that Karrion looks for. Obviously, if you saw the promo this past Monday night, amazing promo between the two backstage. Karrion pretty much being like, listen, I'm going to beat it out of you when I win. You're going to tell me that I told the truth. And Sami countered with, when I do beat you, you got to tell me you were wrong. As far as this match, we're going to go storyline. I can't see, again, nothing against Sami Zayn, but I think if we're doing a Karrion build here, he's been on almost every Monday Night Raw in the past 4 or 5 weeks. He's been at PLE. He was at King of the Night of Champions. He's going to be on SummerSlam now, night 1. If Karrion loses here, obviously, people read tweets, they have thoughts about things. If Sami gets a win here, I just kind of think this might be a swan song for Karrion Kross. Sean Ross, I've talked to him about it. His contract does go. His contract does expire in August. The current one he has. If this is a loss and Sami gets him to admit that he's wrong, per the promo, you're wrong about everybody else. You got this whole thing wrong. You're just here for yourself and trying to make everyone else seem worse than you are. If Sami gets a win here and Karrion takes an L, I'm scared to think that maybe we don't see him again on television because maybe he might be leaving WWE. So personally, I'd like to see Karrion win here. One, being a Karrion fan, I think it makes sense for him to get the win, and Sami kind of have to admit that, and Sami go into a weird place. We kind of continue the rivalry, but if Sami win here, it might be the end of Karrion Kross. But just my opinion with the contract coming up and no word of him having re-upped, which I think WWE would kind of tote and kind of put around with him being part of WWE for a long time to come. With that being said, I'm going to jump over to my boy Vinny. Vinny, what are your thoughts on the match and who walks out with a W?
I'm going completely Karrion Kross. Like, I feel like he's a bigger star. I feel like he's got the most to lose right now. And not to mention, the rumors are swirling whether or not he's signed a new contract or him and Scarlett have signed a new contract. He's also got his book coming out. So even if he does lose, that doesn't mean that he's gone. He could be just taking a break for a book tour, signing books, whatever. So I'm going full Karrion Kross. I want to see him win. I'm not the biggest Sami Zayn fan. And I don't see a way that Sami Zayn could overcome Karrion Kross at this point.
Yeah, Karrion's disgusting what he does. Like, take away the lead pipe and the things that he has to get done, like nefariously with Scarlett. Karrion's a beast and can get it done in that ring. And someone like Sami, 1, 2, 3, all day. Lady Alpha, your thoughts as far as Karrion and Sammy, and how's that match looking out when we walk out of SummerSlam?
It sounds like I may be on the island. I honestly, I do love Karrion Kross. I do. He intrigues me more than most of the other characters. But I don't think that, I don't think it would be his swan song, because he has a huge pop. He has a huge following. They're not going to allow that unless Karrion chooses to leave the WWE. I think he will get another contract. But I do think that Sammy's story needs this win, because they've got to finish his story. They've been dancing around it for months now. It's in order to move it forward, he has to come off with a win. So I'm going with Sami Zayn.
I like it. Awesome. Mike Dorian, man, what are your thoughts? Sammy, Karrion, who gets it?
First thing, I'm gonna bounce off Alpha, and I agree with what she said about Sammy needs this win to kind of continue that. But I think Sammy might be stuck in that, and this might be an unpopular opinion to a lot of people, but I think he might be stuck in that position where you've done everything you could do there. I don't think they're strapping the rocket to him. He's probably more likely to be a coach or a talent to put over talent at this point than I think he is to actually get a story finished. Kind of like in that Natalia boat, and she might have bounced back after what she's doing in the Indies, but he's kind of stuck in that same position. Off of that, let's just throw the sand up there for Karrion, right? I'm gonna agree with one thing. If he hasn't signed a contract, it's probably because he hasn't decided to sign it. And that's probably because he's weighing his options, kind of like maybe Ricochet. He just told them earlier he's leaving. So he kind of just put his cards on the table, right? If Karrion loses this match, I'm not saying we don't see him again, but I don't think we see a new contract. So with that being said, I don't think the WWE is that stupid. I'm gonna go cross here. There has to be a time you have to give him what he, something to keep him there, because he's either gonna be a big star and ascend to the, wherever you decide to ascend him. I think Sammy might have hit a roadblock. I don't think there's no higher he's gonna go in this system right now.
I can agree with that. Like maybe Sammy kind of putting him over. It's not going to hurt Sammy. Sammy's still going to come out. It's almost like when you're the underdog of the underground. I'm not saying it's consecutive L's and always losing your matches and always getting beat down and things like that. But you can always, you're always going to come back. He comes out and he's like, listen, I lost, but damn it, I'm going to try even harder this time. I'm going to go after the next big dog in the yard. I'm going to go after this title. I'm going to do this, and the crowd loves it. They chant, they scream the song. They love it. But Karrion, again, like to your point, needs that W for them to go, listen, okay, here you go. You're going to win this rivalry. Sammy has to say what he has to say to you. And then Karrion, like Karrion said, say it, and I move on. I leave you alone. You don't hear from me anymore. And then Karrion can literally move on to the next rivalry of him signing that contract and then moving on. Whatever he's going to do over on Raw.
I also believe Karrion, one thing I also believe Karrion created everything organically. So this is about them showing him he can trust them. Everything that he's got so far, I don't think was really off for what they did for him. It's what he's doing. They need to show and prove for him to stay, I think.
Yeah, people are organically. He is so, like I said the other day, Providence a couple weeks ago, being there when he cut that promo with being back and kissing the crowd. You would think like Cody was coming out or somebody like not that Karrion isn't huge. You would have thought it would have been like a champion or some. The crowd popped when they put him on the Titantron. It was amazing. So over organically, done it all himself, and WWE needs to realize that, because you let that kind of talent walk somewhere else, you're signing a death warrant. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Matt, your thoughts as far as the match? Who's walking out, Karrion or Zayn?
We talked about this earlier when I texted you because of the promo that he released with the Kevin Sullivan voicemail earlier today. I think after watching a couple episodes of the Unreal series on Netflix that WWE is doing right now, and kind of peeling the curtain back, I just don't see them investing all of this money and TV time in Karrion and Scarlett if they're not going to re-sign him if he hasn't already re-signed, and they've kept it extremely under wraps. It just doesn't make sense with the way they do things now, which is obviously they're showing us how they do it now because they're peeling the curtain back. I think that Cross gets the win just to continue his ascension. The only way I think that they could do this with Sammy winning is if it's like nefarious tactics to where it still kind of corrupts Sammy anyway from the good guy aspect. I think they missed the boat with Sammy. He was the hottest he was ever going to be during his honorary Uso stretch with Roman.
Yep.
He'll never get that hot ever again, no matter what they do with him.
Yep.
He got the insane rub from them. I had a thought that I would like to see this possibly progress to War Games in November. And I know it's a long way away, but if you have Cross starting to kind of haunt these guys and start to corrupt some of these people, Cross versus everybody he's come across in War Games, and that you can have Cross go over there and really elevate him going into Mania season where he beats everybody he corrupted. That's just a thought process. You know, I had what I was talking about it.
Not bad.
I can't see them letting Cross go. They've put a lot of money into him in terms of TV time.
Merch.
And they have new merch. They gave him, ample time, to talk on television. He gets insane crowd reactions. I just don't see them pissing Cross off this close to a contract re-up if that's the case. Because realistically speaking, he should beat Sammy 10 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
agreed. No, I totally agree. And to your point too, it's like if Sammy uses a pipe or uses something that Cross would use, technically, Cross wins anyway.
Yeah.
Sammy gets the win, and Karrion's like, "I told you, look what you did. You needed to do it. I still won. I was."
He
right.
doesn't need to be eating a pin on a pay-per-view though.
No, I agree. That's the thing. Again, if it was like any PLE is what it is, but this SummerSlam, people who are eating L's here, like that says a lot for the person who gets the W, and that's why it's like Karrion getting an L here. It puts a little pit in my stomach, like you and me talked about. I'm like, what are we doing after here? So we'll see what happens. Then we get into a match that went to so many new heights this past Monday night on Raw, ending how Netflix went off the air. Jey Uso, Roman Reigns taking on B Squared. That's Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. This ending on Raw, I think all of us have seen it. Was, oh my god, like it was uncomfortable at one point, and I like it. I loved it. I like it. It's what you needed to do. Whether or not Seth Rollins is injured, this is a work, whatever's going on with him right now, whether he needs some time off, the other injury, whatever you've heard. These two have always been the backup singers. They've been the backup players to the game. Last night solidified Braun and Bronson as main players on WWE Raw and WWE in general. I mean, everything to take in the shoes. For those of you that don't know, that's a jail thing. Like you take someone's shoes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. You say if anyone knows, Matt knows. Like that's And he's like, these are mine now. And I literally looked at the screen and went, oh damn, they're going here with this. That's where we're going. I think it fell on didn't fall with a lot of people, but I looked and went, oh, he took his shoes. If you know, you know. Like, oh my god.
Having your shoes stolen in jail is like,
it's the worst.
It's one of the most demeaning things ever.
It's like I own you, not own you, but these are mine now.
I won't elaborate on what's more demeaning, but yeah,
don't do that.
I think we have some ideas.
It's too early. It's too early, man. It's too early. You gotta keep it light.
I'm gonna keep it light.
PG-13.
Yeah, right. But no, that segment, and I like how it went uncomfortably long, at least for me, meaning how it could have been quick, whatever. And we got the one tsunami on Roman. Obviously, he could have hit 6 or 7 like he did on Seth, but you don't want to obviously incapacitate Roman. You want him to last. You wanted to get the Saturday. It was great. obviously you get the end result. They're both in the ring. He's got the Jays. Here's Paul holding up that briefcase. These guys look like monsters, as they should be. Again, who knows what that spells for SummerSlam on Saturday, or Sunday, depending on what that Money in the Bank. We'll see what happens. But I think those two monsters went out great. As far as the match, someone like Roman, someone like Jay, and I've talked about it with Jey Uso, and no disrespect in the least, but Jay could lose 16 times in a row, and he's still going to come out. They're going to yeet. He's going to yeet with 2 6-year-olds. He's going to run it back after getting to the ring. They're going to love him, scream yeet when he pauses between his sentences. And again, nothing against Jay, but Jay is almost untouchable in that aspect of, like, he can just be that guy who takes L's within reason and still get cheers, still sell the merch with the yeets on the glasses, the yeets on the shirts. And Roman probably is not eating the pin if it is going to be a loss. But Roman's going to wait to do Street Fighter for 4 or 5 weeks. He'll be back for War Games. So Roman can probably take an L too. But in my opinion, if you have what just happened on Monday night, what happened on Monday, I thought would have happened something on Saturday. Or maybe the Monday after SummerSlam when Roman and Jay won, and then they just decimate them on the Monday after. The fact that it happened this past Monday night, to me, you have to keep the momentum going. Again, the Seth thing is a big deal. It really is. And that's, I think, where it was holding a lot of people, like, is it real? Is it fake? What are we doing? Is it a work? Is it? At the end of the day, Braun and Bronson looked amazing. You need to keep the momentum going. For me, those two look amazing. They look like the top dogs, pardon the pun, top of the food chain. And I think they need to keep the momentum going from Raw, and they need to walk out of night one as winners in that tag match. Mike Norton, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts?
I'll be super quick. First of all, I love the Browns. But I don't see them beating Roman or Jay right now, unless Seth's intention was to come back here. So I just make it short. I'm gonna go with Roman and the Yeetster. That's where we going. Although I do believe and agree that he's on a level where he could take pins. It don't matter no more because his fan base is the people that don't care about that type of stuff. So the kids are still gonna scream his name regardless. So if they do lose, that would be the way to go. But I see them winning.
All right, I like it. Lady Alpha, your thoughts? Who's winning the tag match?
I agree, 100%. I think that we now have a change in dynamic where Roman and Jay have the backup. Bronson and Braun are the backup for Seth. So I think that Roman and Jay are going to take it.
All right. I like it.
It may actually feed into the, hey, we need more people thing.
That is true too.
And it may, because I've heard rumors about them bringing on a 4th man, and maybe this is the catalyst for that.
That's
the guy with the ego.
We'll see what happens tonight, baby. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it after NXT. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
Santino, get the belt back, yes. Baby. Baby Santino Morella, baby. Eat the pachis. I see you. Man, I love me Santino. Vinny, your thoughts, man. How you see this tag match going down night one?
I feel like Jey Uso is taking the pin, and Braun and Bronson are going to go over. They need the win. Like, don't get me wrong, Raw has been very enjoyable without Seth Rollins because I can't stand his voice.
You hate Seth Rollins' voice.
But I will say this: sometimes an injury happens at the right time. Mm-hmm. Knowing that Braun Breaker has been at that cusp ever since he was in NXT, and Bronson Reed, now that he's fully injured, and hopefully he never jumps off the top of the War Game cell again, and he learns his lesson.
Oh my God!
Bronson Reed is a monster.
It was bad.
The fact that those two are together and they have Paul Heyman as their oracle, that's what they're calling him now. The sky is the limit. And honestly, like I said, I think Braun Breaker's in your WrestleMania main event. Maybe not for 42, but for 43.
Absolutely.
And Braun and Braun are going over. Jey Uso takes the pin. That's all there is to it.
I like that. Before I go to Matt, it's funny you bring that up because I talked about on the Raw rundown last night. I liked how when Paul was giving the pep talk to Bronson, Braun kind of slid in and kind of pumped him up, lit the fire, and he almost acted as the Seth Rollins, as the leader. And they walked away, and he looked at Seth. He looked at Paul, and he goes, "I got a plan. I got this." And Paul's like, "Wait, what?" So Braun is already almost like that, like you talked about, to that anointing of like being where Braun's just taking it. So when Seth does come back, he looks at like, "Oh, I'll do this," and Braun's like, "No, man, that's stupid. Why would we do that?" Now I had this before you got here. So it's, again, like you said, it's gonna injuries happen. The Liv Morgan 1-2 for Judgment Day, I think that helped out Roxanne. Again, nobody likes it, nobody wants it, but it sometimes when it happens, it does open a lot of doors and a lot of opportunities for a lot of other people on the roster in their groups. Like you were gonna say something?
Quick thing, right? If Seth is really injured, which for some reason I'm under the impression that this is like a work. I think they would have probably figured out how to get the briefcase away from him already, or just relinquished it if they thought he was done. But if he is really injured, or maybe if they just want to play it out a long period of time, they should do that. And when he shows back up, Braun, and whoever their third member, because without Seth, there's only 3, should look at him when he returns like he's the 4th member. Like,
where you been?
Take the meaning. He left the leader. He comes back with them looking at him like, Braun, I'm the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of us is the leader. Like, who needs this guy anymore?
Right.
So
we got it unlocked. Who are you?
Yeah. So if this is to level them up, they could send these guys to a whole nother platform. Probably excel where Seth Rollins is at right now, especially with Braun Breaker. So I'm not going to disagree with Vinny.
I like that. Matt, your thoughts, man? How's the match going down night 1?
Braun and Bronson, they're gonna go over. Now, who they pin, that's a toss up. I don't think they're gonna have Roman eat the pin, like Vinny was saying, but you don't have them take the shoes and then have them job out 5 days later. You got to run with what you're building, and Braun's going to end up being the biggest rock star out of all this. I think he gets elevated. I think this somehow leads to a one-on-one with him and Roman at another PLE down the line. I think what's crazy though in this whole grand scheme of things is Jey Uso, regardless of how over he is, he's the least hot out of all of them.
Yeah, right now.
And him taking the pin might be the sensible move if you're gonna have Braun and Bronson win. But this is gonna push Jey farther down the pecking order because you're good luck, competing with the hot Braun Breaker, Seth when he comes back, Punk and Gunther. It's a lot going on Raw right now. And him getting pushed down the card, we might see him in Intercontinental Championship or U.S. Championship territory before long.
Probably where he should have been anyways, to tell you the truth.
They had to give it to him.
And I love Jey.
The main event. No, the same. No disrespect. It was just like one of those things I felt you're into a corner. You're like, we got to do it. Like we got to give him the belt. Like it is what it is.
Can I add something?
Go ahead, Lady Alpha.
I just want to say, I don't know if you saw my video or that I posted, I think a week ago or something. But I've been saying it since CM Punk won his title match that Seth is returning at SummerSlam. He is going to cash in because he needs it to be a personal victory. And CM Punk facing Gunther would be his personal victory. Turn that into a triple threat, take the title right out of CM's hand. Yeah, or Phil's hands, whether I know his name's Phil.
Whatever you want to call him, it's fine.
That's my thought. And I think the reason the story like catalyst for that is what Braun Breaker did by stepping into that role and starting, well, I have a plan and all this. And we all saw it. Paul looked a little bit like taken aback. So, he was on the horn with Seth. Like, hey, dude, this is what's going on. So I that just reaffirmed it for me that Seth is coming back at SummerSlam.
It'd even be more lovely if Punk won and then got curb stomped and Seth just took the title from him. I'm not the biggest Punk guy. That's
I've got a completely different outlook on that. And allow me a volley. And I know we're short on time, but my thing is I think Seth is legitimately hurt. I don't think he'll be back at SummerSlam.
I'm with Vinny.
I think he's legitimately hurt, especially because the original plans were him to go over LA Knight, and to have LA Knight go over at Saturday night's main event showed there was a real reason for them to make the change in the ring. But my thought is this: Seth Rollins is going to be out for an extended period of time. Let's say Seth Rollins is still Money in the Bank holder. What happens if this whole time, let's say Seth Rollins doesn't get back until the Monday after WrestleMania? He's only got a couple of months until the next Money in the Bank that he has to cash in. He tries to cash in during a title match that Braun Breaker has, because Braun Breaker's gotten, that high up and he's gotten the title shot. Seth tries to cash in, making it a triple threat match, and Braun stops him, being the first person to have the Money in the Bank expire. That would be a phenomenal story.
Wow, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, it is.
It's something they haven't done before, and everyone knows WWE is always trying to they're trying to rework things and rewrite things that they've done they haven't done. So that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm not against that. That sounded pretty good to me.
It's going to be interesting.
You got my number. Give me a call.
But that's one of the things I think one of the biggest mysteries of night one. I think they've done such a great job of working the injury. You get the Kevin Nash, in the wheelchair, kind of taking the blanket off and getting up, all this kind of stuff that we've seen. Even when he's going to face Triple H,
leg, that was so good.
That was epic. Nash gets up, you're like, wait, what? Yep. That was awesome. Seth throwing the crutch away when he was supposed to take on Trips at WrestleMania, and it became the Kingslayer, all that stuff. So it's just WWE has had a knack for doing this. And I think this is one thing where I think night one, you see the way everything is positioned. A lot of people are upset about the cards. Night one, night two, I'm not. It's fine. But you see where they positioned everything for how that happens, and then the tag match happens, the title match happens between Gunther Punk. I got to agree with Lady Alpha though. If something happens, I can see him obviously trashing on Punk, or hear me out, because that's what you expect. Flip it to night two. Punk's doing something, comes down to the ring, whatever reason. He wants to come out and talk about this huge title win. Maybe something happens on night two, gets his ass kicked, and maybe Seth Rollins comes down and cashes in on night two. Because once Punk walks away with the title, everyone's like, oh, yep, Seth is hurt. Yep. We'll see him at Paris. Maybe we'll see him down here. Nope. No, night two. Gotcha. That's the WWE. That's what they do. Gotcha. You thought though. And then he cashes in at some random point of him in the back in the ring, talking about his title win. The boys attack. Seth gets that win. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be good. I think Plan B stands for Braun Breaker. That's just me. But that match is going to slay. We go into one of our first title matches on night one. We go over to the women. We have Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill. I know I talk a lot with a lot of these matches when I give my predictions. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I cannot see them, and feel free to argue with it when we go around the room. We know we've talked about, is it her time? How's it going to be? I think this is Jade Cargill's time. I don't know. There's a lot of investment here. Queen of the Ring, the promos. Right now, at this point, Naomi's a champion. She's taken up on night two. She's over on Raw. The only thing I can see is Bianca getting involved at some point. If she doesn't get involved here, I think she has something to do night two, but we'll talk about that when we get over to the triple threat match. But other than that, I cannot see. Tiffany's had a great run. I'm one of the biggest Tiffany Stratton fans you'll meet since NXT. Saw her win a championship over Battleground a couple of years ago. But I think this is Jade Cargill's time. They need to pull the trigger. They've waited very long. They should wait for a while with her injury. That she worked in the PC. You need to pull the trigger. If it's going to happen, it needs to be now. In my opinion, Jade Cargill finally wins that WWE Women's Championship over on SmackDown. Mike, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts?
I'll be brief. Tiffany, I mean, I love Tiffy, but I just feel her title run's been a little bit flat, and that's usually typically due to booking when it's not, the talent doing that. I think it might be a little too early for Jade, but with that being said, I think they're gonna strap it to her. I think they're gonna give her the chance and see what happens. So I'm gonna take Jade and say this is her chance to show them what she could do.
I like it. Matt, what are your thoughts, man? Who walks out the WWE champion over on the blue brand?
It's definitely going to be Jade. A little bit with what Mike was saying. I don't think Tiffany's been booked the best on her initial women's title run. I think a lot of it has to do with how Charlotte kind of sandbagged almost the entire feud.
Not wrong.
Leading up to Mania. I think Tiffany's talented. I think that she's got a little bit more to learn in terms of presence, just in ring. I'm not even talking about the wrestling ability because she's super athletic.
Yeah,
but I think there's just more she can work on personally, just in the nuance department. But this is where they strap the rocket to Jade. She's been on fire for the better part of the last 6 months, maybe a year. The impressive performance. With Queen of the Ring, she's gotten better in almost every single match that she's had. She looks like a badass right now compared to the rest of the women's roster. I think it's time, and I think they need to see what they can do with it, and in terms of her marketability as a crossover star as well. I like Tiffany. I think that she hasn't been done any favors from the booking, from what Mike said, between Charlotte and then Trish Stratus. I get the nostalgia and I get the Evolution pay-per-view and all that, but she hasn't really been given a whole lot of willing and unselfish dance partners, if you get what I'm talking about.
No, I got you. All right. Lady Alpha, who's walking out? Who's got that belt after it's all said and done?
Jade.
Jade.
It's Jade's time. I mean, I just that's all you hear is how much she's improved since NXT, and of course I wasn't around for her stint on NXT or the early part of her career, but she looks phenomenal. She looks like she feels better than ever. She's ready for it. So it's her time. They're gonna send her soaring.
No, I got to agree with that. I was talking with Big Mike about it. I think we talked about it on one of our other shows too. Me and Mike might have touched on it too. You can see she has, before you saw the reluctance, you saw the hesitation, but now you see the confidence in the ring, remembering the spots, being able to hit what she needs to do. And with that, now you see more of the Jade character that's what they brought here to WWE from AEW. Like we've all talked about, that just ferociousness and just that being that step above the rest of the women in that division. So I think with that confidence comes more of the character, and that's what she's been able to lead into. And I think that's why she's gotten so hot on fire these past 4 or 5 months. Because now people are like, oh, this is what we're going to get. This is what she can do. And I think it's exciting for a lot of people watching her, waiting for her to finally hit this gear and get that rocket strapped to her. Vinny, your thoughts, man? Who's walking out SmackDown Women's Champion?
You know what? I got to go against everybody. I got to say Tiffany's keeping the title. And here's my reason why. Jade has all the momentum in the world. She won the Queen of the Ring. It's set up specifically for her. But Naomi has the title on the other brand. And Naomi's the one that put her out of commission in November of last year. Mm-hmm. I think she's going to go over to Raw and take the title off of Naomi.
No. Not a bad thought. It's not a bad thought.
I got one thing to add in too, right? If WWE in this, I mean, this could factor in that whether she goes to the other brand that takes the title or takes this title. With her, and I'm pretty sure this role hasn't been casted. So say Cody and Roman go knock that Street Fighter out the park, which I believe they probably will, and that's hard to do for wrestlers, but I feel like that type of movie is probably designed for them to not have to do much acting and more of what they typically already do, right? Now, if they could do a good job there, she's been wanting to play Storm for a long time. With Disney telling you they're rebooting X-Men, she'd be probably the perfect person to put the title on, because she'd probably walk right into into the MCU and get the spot she wants. So if she wants to play Storm and they want that MCU and they want her to be an X-Men, you might want to give her one of the titles. That's just my personal opinion.
Not a bad thought process at all. I mean, damn, she plays Storm every week on Friday. Jeez, like,
this is what I'm trying to tell you. She's born Storm.
So, she really was. She got that damn look for her too. I'm like, wow, that really looks like Storm and like, incarnate. So,
but like the stand Holly Berry next to a beautiful woman, but stand her next to her and tell you which one. I mean, at any point in her life, and ask which one looks like a superhero.
Jay Cargill. All day.
So yeah.
Let's stay with the women and let's stick with titles as well. We have a awesome tag match. We have Roxanne Perez and Raquel Perez taking on a Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair team that is very heavily favored right now. Charlotte is this is the best I've ever seen Charlotte Flair as a wrestler, just happy, having fun, and you can see it. You don't have the mean mug and just like you can be cocky, but just you can see it's a different Charlotte Flair we have out there. Credit to what the editorial that she put out a while ago talking about that, what have you, obviously opening herself to a lot of people to see kind of how it went down. Obviously, if you watched WWE Unreal, you saw about her and Tiffany, the whole thing with that. But I think Alexa's hot. Alexa Bliss is one of the hottest pops right now, is one of the hottest over people in the women's division, and Charlotte Flair right now we're getting We Want Charlotte chance. So we got an evolution, and the fact that they want her in there, they want her to do things, and people are happy for it. They're cheering for her when they come out. Her doing little. I liken it to a little sister, big sister kind of thing. When I see her and Alexa come out when they do things in the ring, their entrances being all cute, funny stuff like that. I'd love me some Roxanne Perez, man, and Raquel's awesome as well. But maybe I'm wrong here. Again, looking at what I'm calling for, like matches and people losing their titles and stuff like that. But WWE likes to pull things, and it's Charlotte Flair. At the end of the day, it's still Charlotte Flair. And
Don't
WWE likes. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. It's still Charlotte Flair. And anytime WWE can get that belt on her and get positive reaction, oh man, Anyway, somebody's happy about it. I got to go with Alexa and Charlotte walking out your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Lady Alpha, what are your thoughts?
I got Flair and Bliss also. Woo! I love so much. This was the best pick. I was going to go with them regardless, but because I just love them, and me and Alexa are both from Columbus. So, but yeah, I love the dynamic. Charlotte, I was a little iffy about her when she first came back, but once they started going down this road, I'm like, wait a minute, and I really started to like the character more. So I really think they're going to put the belts on them, and it's time for the Judgment Day to, start losing some stuff.
Yeah, they need a little dissension in the ranks, and just kind of them kind of, and that I feel like that's Raquel calling back to work. Where's Liv? Where's Liv? I want to live here, damn it. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Vinny, your thoughts?
I got to go with Charlotte and Alexa winning, and I think Liv Morgan comes back and costs.
I wish
Roxanne and Raquel. First, I do have to say, I got to give Raquel Rodriguez huge props in her huge, just improvement in the ring. Ever since taking Kevin Nash's comments and critiques seriously, she's been working so much better as a character that she should be.
Agreed.
And I do see Liv coming back to cost Roxanne the match. Roxanne taking the pin, and Liv and Raquel become a tag team again. And Charlotte and Alexa taking the titles.
I like it, Mike. Your thoughts, man? Who's walking out? I think I know who you're gonna say, but go ahead, man. Who you get your picks on?
I want to shout out what Vinny just said because since Nash called that out for working too small in the ring, she just
Mhm.
feels bigger in the ring. So I
She did.
agree with that. This was honestly one of my hottest matches to pick between both nights because you got Raquel, great story out the ring, what she was fighting through, improvement in the ring. Roxy's a star. She's my favorite out all four of
Love
these.
her.
Love
Love
Roxy.
me some rock. Dude.
And then on the other side, you got Bliss, who people was begging to come back for a while, and then you got one of the best to ever do it in Charlotte. So you really can't lose in this match, whether you decide to place the belts. But I'm gonna go with I think that Bliss and Charlotte have a better story after this match. So I think them leaving with the titles would be the better call. Um, Obviously, it probably lead to a split somewhere down the line, but that'd be the better option. I also agree with Alpha that it's time for the Judgment Day. We needed substitutions tonight. They don't need substitutions. They need disbandment or something. So
Right.
I'm gonna go with Bliss and Flair.
Awesome, man. Matt, who you thinking? Who's walking out? Who's the new women's champs after this match?
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I want Charlotte and Alexa to win. And it's more for Alexa, obviously, but she's really knocked the rust off after being gone for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying a lot of her matches. Her mannerisms, the quirkiness, it works. And I like the dynamic between them. Like the big sister, little sister thing going on.
Mhm.
I get the titles off Judgment Day. Let that implode. That needs to end.
Yeah.
It's been going on essentially. We've seen Judgment Day on our televisions in some form since Edge was still in WWE.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's kind of where we are.
Cope with it.
Short answer, Alexa and Charlotte should be the winners.
Good answer.
All right. Got ourselves a clean sweep. I love it.
Mhm.
And obviously, the sixth match of the night. I think this was probably one of the toughest for me. We have the Ring General Gunther, your world heavyweight champion, over on Monday nights, taking on the best in the world, the voice of the voiceless, the Second City Saint. I got plenty of other ones for him. Your man CM Punk challenging Gunther for the world heavyweight championship. But again, you got to call this back to Seth Rollins. This, if he wins this belt, is Seth lurking? Is this a work? Is it a shoot? Is this what Seth is waiting for Punk to get comfy? Okay, he's gone. Now it's just me. Now I can get this. I got a path clear. I don't go worry about this guy getting interfering, trying to take it off me with the briefcase. Is Cookie Monster getting? Is he getting comfy? Is he gonna be able to get this belt? Gunther also too. I feel like Gunther is also one of those tough cookies where if he doesn't have a belt, what is he doing? So I look and I go, well, if he drops the strap Saturday night, where do we go next? Like, where does he go? A rematch, I'm sure. We'll see what happens, but what do we do with Gunther? So that's always been a problem with him. That's why 82% of the time he's been up here in the NXT and on Raw, he's been a champion, because where else are you going to put this guy?
Yeah.
But with that being said, and being that big of a fan, and hoping for the Seth Rollins stuff to play out, I'm not even there night one, but I gotta see it. I'm hoping for it. I gotta say CM Punk walks out, finally gets that strap, and walks out your world heavyweight champion on night one. Matt, your thoughts, man? Who do you think think's winning it, and why?
Gunther retains. I'm gonna preface this by saying I love CM Punk. He's really won me over on this run that he's having.
Yeah.
Just based on the support that he's showing a lot of the younger wrestlers, both men and women. I more love the person Punk as opposed to the wrestler because he's very limited in ring. He just tells a fantastic story, and that's what I've really tuned in for. I don't need all the flippy dippy shit, but that's just me. If you take the title off of Gunther already, you essentially ruin Gunther and Jey Uso in one fell swoop. Because why would you take the title off of Jey Uso after 90 days to feed Goldberg his retirement match to turn around and have at the next big event Gunther lose. You're delegitimizing your monster heel champion.
Mm-hmm.
Not only where do you go with Gunther after the match, how does he remain a credible threat physically if he loses in a span of 3 months, gets choked out by Jey Uso, and gets essentially, the go to sleep from Punk? Two guys that are considerably smaller than him in terms of real life build. I understand Punk's a megastar. He doesn't need a championship right now. It's convoluted. There's a lot going on. Maybe put the title on him closer to Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Let him win the Rumble next year, maybe, and let him go that route. Give him his true Mania moment instead of the convoluted shit they did this past year. But you take away the aura of Gunther if you give it to Punk. I think this is the next big challenge for Gunther. He wins and he keeps ascending. But that's just me personally.
I like it. That's a very good point. Very, very good point. Especially explaining what happens with Gunther if he does win that match. Lady Alpha, your thoughts? Punk, Gunther, who's walking out World Heavyweight Champion?
Well, you know how I feel, what I think about what's going to happen at this match. And I think the reason, to address what Matt said, the reason that took it off of Jay and put it on Gunther for Goldberg's match was because they would not, the fans would have gone nuts if they fed Jey Uso to Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
I mean, the man has a history of hurting people. And Jay is, I love Jay. But he is not physically, even at his current advanced age, he cannot face Goldberg. He could not. So they had to get someone closer to Goldberg's stature to, maybe not get injured during that match.
Right.
You don't want Jay to leave with a couple broken ribs and a concussion?
Right, exactly.
Not the referee, baby.
Oh, the fans would have brought it down. Everybody loves Jay.
The kids would have been crying in the audience. They didn't.
Weeping.
Yeah, they kind of had no choice. But like I said, I think Seth is going to cash in and take the belt. But on the off chance that I'm wrong, no, I'm wrong a lot. So we're just going to say with the chance that I'm wrong, then he doesn't show up to cash in. I'm going to say Gunther retains, because it doesn't make any sense to take it off of him this quick, unless it's to give it to Seth, which would advance Seth's story. So
right, exactly. Going to the personal vendetta, and again, on his life, as long as he's alive and breathing in WWE, Punk will never, ever have a world championship. Vinny, your thoughts on the match? Who's walking out, man? Who's the champion on Raw? We tune in Monday night.
Matt kind of stole everything I was going to talk about. Because
easy peasy, baby. There we go.
Gunther is the one that's going to keep the title. I say, have Punk win the Rumble, go on to Mania, do the proper Mania main event angle to get the title, even if it's just for, a little bit. But again, kind of echoing Matt, is that if you have Punk win, then you take the legitimacy off Gunther. First of all, they should have never had Jey Uso win at WrestleMania anyways. I mean, whatever they wanted to do, they tried it. Maybe it's because of the Unreal show and they wanted to say they were going to give somebody, somebody unexpected the Royal Rumble win and, and a Mania win, whatever. It was just dumb. There was no reason for Gunther to tap out that quickly. And they never even followed up with Gunther coming out to say, I tapped out so I could save myself because I know how bad that hold is. Or whatever the case may be. Gunther wins. He keeps the title. He keeps building. I don't see Seth coming back to cash in. But Gunther's going to keep the title regardless. And Punk will just live to, be another day.
And the Run-Ins bringing their WWE Unreal stuff over here.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be Punk and Gunther. Listen, I haven't watched the show. I'm not going to get on a tangent because obviously we're not even in night 2 yet. But listen, I think it's all a work. This Unreal stuff. Listen, everything that was written on that whiteboard. Everything happens for a reason. They knew you people were going to. I don't say you people like disrespectfully. I'm saying that people were going to screenshot it. They were going to zoom in. They were going to talk about it. People wanted to watch the show. It's all a work. Yeah. I don't believe. I might not even watch the show. I think it's all a work. It's all done to like, oh, Tiffany and Charlotte love each other. There was no damn heat here. BS. Oh, look at the matches that you wanted to have, but it was on the back. Stop it. I don't believe it in the least. I think it's a great show. I think it's good for Netflix. I think it's good for WWE. You get people in, casuals, who do want to see how it works backstage, how it go in the gorilla, come into a ring. You do get hurt. Things do happen. The Kevin Owens spot with Cody Rhodes is brought up. But to me, everyone's getting worked, to be perfectly honest with you. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm totally off base and I'm wrong. And maybe no one agrees with me. But the show was put together to be like, oh, yeah, we can put some Easter eggs out. And
it's to overwork you. That's the
thought. They love it.
Yeah, it's just another.
We pulled the curtain back, but you're going to see we want. Everybody knows. All of us here, we're all old enough. Everyone knows how magic works. The magician lets you see what you want to see. Yeah. So when WWE puts a big ass whiteboard behind them with 56 matches of what they were going to do, they know you're going to see that. Yeah. You're going to do your favorite match.
They even added matches in there they never thought about.
Thank you. Yup. Thank you. Exactly. And it's, we had to pivot. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, but I don't want to go on the whole thing with that.
Hey, they're masters at work in their audience, so you just gotta understand what's going on.
The magician shows you what they want you to see. But anyway, I digress. That's night 1. Saturday's going to be amazing. I think the card was stacked the right way. Maybe I'm talking bias because I don't think I have the time. Mike brought it up on Big Mike brought it up on Friday night.
Quick thing, I didn't go, but I got a quick prediction. I got
Go ahead. Jeez, I thought you went. I'm sorry, man. I'm so excited talking about Unreal. I'm sorry. No, go ahead, Mike. Do you think?
I was gonna say a quick one. You know, I'm not really. I like CM Punk, as a person more than a wrestler. But I just see no reason for Gunther to lose here. And Matt nailed it. Punk don't need a belt. CM Punk is a star. Gunther without a belt is like a blank canvas. Everybody knows he's a great wrestler, but what do you do with him?
Yep.
So he needs the belt right now more than Punk.
That's a good point. I like that. Those are all good points. Night 1 in the books. I think it's going to be great. Night 2. Like I said, Big Mike on Friday night brought it up. I don't think I have one opportunity to get up and take a piss. There's way too many great matches that are here. I need to grab like 6 beers at one time and sit down on my seat and just kind of sip them. So I guess I'll just start wherever. I mean, everything's a title match. Everything's a stip match. Everything is crazy on night 2. So it's going to be wild on Sunday night. I'll take one of the first matches. Dominic Mysterio, AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. Probably the only match that does not have a stipulation or anything wild going on. It's just one-on-one. This match, again, was tough because if we're looking at night 1, are we stripping all the gold away besides... And then I thought, well, maybe we're going to do the angle where Finn and JD have their belts, and they're like, oh, what happened, guys? What's up? Everyone's still smiling, right? It's all good. We'll get it back. Then maybe that's kind of, again, the chips in the armor. Finally, we finally get them breaking away, and everyone else kind of losing their belts, being all downtrodden and frowny face. And Finn like, smile, we'll get them back, guys. It's okay. Let's do it for Liv. So I don't know, but I know how WWE works. Looking at night 1, it's tough for me. I love me some AJ Styles. Got to see that man come out at TNA Slammiversary, the face that built the place. Awesome to see him. Big fan. Have been for a long time. I got to go with Dominic Mysterio. Shout out to Sped Rock on the run-in. I don't know if he's watching or Big Mike's watching. I think Dom retains here. Maybe there's some nefarious stuff from Finn coming down. Maybe JD. Maybe even Rox comes down and does something, and that builds the whole Romeo Juliet, whatever you want to build into what Michael Cole's talking about on Raw. But I think Dom walks out still. You're in your Intercontinental Championship. Matt, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts?
I do got to bounce.
That's fine.
I do. I just wanted to say that I'll give my quick prediction. Because I'll most likely jump on for the post show like you normally
Appreciate
have
you.
if
You'll
you
be
do
there.
need me.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm still keyed up after the PLEs. I think Dom retains. He's one of the hottest things in the company right now. I just want to thank you for having me on, John, Vinny. Always good talking to you, Mike, and Lady Alpha. It's always great sharing the screen with you. I haven't done it that much, but you were a lot of fun to interact with on the show. Yeah, I just promised my wife a show night, So
Get out of here, man. You did
gotta
us a
keep my
solid by
promise.
jumping in, man. Do your thing. Get out of here, and we'll talk to you Saturday night. Absolutely, brother.
Thank you for having me on tomorrow night. Second week of training camp will be covered with the Baltimore Ravens. Me and Daniel Wilcox will have retired nose tackle Brandon McKinney on the show. Ooh. Thursday night, me and Tim will be on Ball Talk Pod, both on YouTube. We'll be covering the trade deadline. And thank you for letting me promote that real quick. You guys are awesome. I'll catch the rest of the show later on.
All right, brother. We'll see you Saturday. Thank you again.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Matt's a soldier, man. He jumps in and I asked him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm in there." I'm like, "Let's go, baby." Awesome.
Can you get John? Can you get the rest of his predictions for Sunday?
I will. I'll throw those up. Yep, I'll throw those up tonight. I'll have them send them.
I got my chart going.
Let's go.
I love. Listen,
Okay.
no, listen. I love
on
that
it.
lady does that. Literally, we'll be halfway through a P&L, and she's like, "Well, I'll tell you who won." And I'm like, "Oh man, damn! Someone's clocking this. This is awesome."
Yeah, no, I gotta stop trying to shoot from the hip and be different. I gotta sometimes play a little less risky.
You gotta play into it, right? I don't care. I told Big Mike and Spedrock, like nothing against them because I was coming for titles and I was always getting blown. Like I don't book anyone can pick the sexy pick. I pick how I would book it if I had the pen and I was sitting next to Paul and Nick, and I'm like, listen, this is what I would do, and that's how I do it. It never works out, but that's how I do my
we take a lot of L's, but we do justify why we thought that.
It's not like I'm just like, oh, I want this person, but let me explain to you for 20 minutes why I think. Hear me out. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Allow me a volley, sir.
Yo, like that. So obviously, I went to Matt real quick. He had to get out of here. Shout out to his wife for letting him jump in for a little bit. I hope they have a great TV date night tonight. He has an awesome. I'll get his picks. I'll share them on X, and obviously he'll be here Saturday for the post show night one.
I will. I should be on both post shows as well.
Oh well, night two. We're gonna talk about that after. But I don't know how night two is gonna go. I am blessed. Mona is going to be at SummerSlam. A lot of you saw her last night on Raw, right next to that show with the picture with Grayson Waller. That was Mona. Mona one on X, so be sure to follow her. Awesome wrestling reporter. I have the privilege of her being in Jersey. She's going to beat up with myself. We're going to have some drinks, hang out. Right. Very, very excited. And Danny Loves Wrestling should also be there as well. Hoping for JD from New York if I can catch up with his ass, but he doesn't really DM back. So, but we'll see what happens. But
he doesn't want to come out the house, bro. He was at
Slammiversary night two. I forgot about that.
Night two. He was at Slammiversary. He never got back to me.
Bro,
I know he was.
You know I'm just talking trash.
No, I know, baby. I know.
He does come out sometime. Stay in the house that long. I mean, you gotta come out sometime.
I'm too late for it. I gotta get in my mom's basement. He's definitely the first one to lean into that, and make a background that says "Mom's Basement." I was like, bro, this guy, I can't stand this guy.
Yeah, he's originated a few things when it comes to the wrestling experience with podcasters.
I give it to him.
Just stop yelling. I would be able to listen more if he just wasn't yelling all the time. Well, sometimes I just don't get it. I don't even give him enough time to hear what he's saying because instantly it's like, bro, look, I don't want to hear him yell.
The last thing I'll say about him, and not to get like a defense thing or anything, but just like to that counterpoint. Yeah. Obviously, we've had a lot of tragedy. We've had Ozzy Osbourne. We've had Hulk Hogan die. For those of you that don't watch him, his little cat Bacardi died last week. It was their anniversary. And the past 3 shows from JD have been not monotone, but very dulled down. Yeah. Just him talking, things like that. And the response he got, I guess, was wild. Yeah. And now he was like, well, I guess maybe I should tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, like, oh my God. What I'm telling you, if he wasn't yelling, I for like 2 years I listened to JD, and I feel like he wasn't as bad. Once it just got to the super yelling, it's like it's just annoying, man. Like I don't even care about your take at this point. But yeah, if he tones it down, I definitely would tune in. I don't have no bias against. I don't get paid for from
Same,
nobody.
same.
I listen to
Yep.
you all. You know.
I love it. Awesome. So speaking of Dom and AJ, let's go to the spin the roulette. Vinny, your thoughts? Who's walking out Intercontinental Champion night 2?
I gotta go with Dominic. He's got the most momentum. I mean, AJ is at the point in time in his career where, you know what, a loss is not going to hurt him, especially if he ends up, you know, coming into TNA to save the TNA title from Trick Williams, which could potentially be something down the pike. I see Dominic winning, and I think that could be the catalyst for a rift between Dom and Finn. I mean, hell, if Edge looked at Judgment Day, his creation now, he wouldn't recognize it. I mean, you know, it drove him off to AEW, and now he can't even put anything together there. So, I really think that the thing is, Dominic wins, causes a rift in the Judgment Day. That should be the end of the Judgment Day.
I think it keeps going until Liv comes back. But so again, I think the kinks in the armor need to be like showing, and it's just so irreparable that they come back and like, we got to blow this up. We can't do anything with this anymore. Lady Alpha, your thoughts? The men's Intercontinental. Who's walking out night 2? Who's got that win?
Shout out to Sped.
Yo,
I swore when I started watching the run-in that I would never choose Dominic, and I've already, I think, chosen him to win 3 times now.
Already broken the promise.
Yeah, so I got him winning this one too.
I like it. And like Vinny said, man, he's hot, man. Mike, go ahead.
I just don't see him dropping the belt to a vet.
Yeah.
AJ is only going to wrestle for another year. I just don't see them putting a strap on him. Not that one, anyway.
And like Vinny said, too, I mean, a lot of points. I mean, he's a vet, and AJ understands the assignment. He's going to give back. And 2, I think AJ has a little bit of business to take down TNA. So I think that might play into that a little bit as far as who wins and who loses on night 2. Mike, your thoughts, man? Who's walking out the strap?
Remember, we was just talking about safe picks.
Nah.
So I'm gonna take Dom, right? But I'll tell you what I would rather see happen than that, because I think Dom could go take the AAA Mega Championship, go run the world from Mexico, come back and do some wild stuff. Send him to go take over.
Don't get me started. Oh man, don't get me started.
Go live in your father's shoes real quick and then come back. I would like to see that, because I feel like he'd come back a lot more fine-tuned, at least in like lucha. You know, because I think at this point he might be more WWE style than anything. You know what I'm saying? So, to learn that lucha and go through the roots, I would love to see it. But I think he'll win. Now, with that being said, what I would like to see happen, I would like to see Finn turn on him and help AJ win the club.
Yeah.
Too sweet. Give me the too sweet. Get rid of the Judgment Day. Just AJ got 1 year left. Give him a couple. I know he's not going to get the heavyweight title. So an IC title, maybe a US title, maybe the TNA title. But the thing that kind of would make me second guess that is they wouldn't let him have the interaction with Kazarian, because they wouldn't guarantee there could be a match with AJ in the future. So they just kind of had him do the segment. That gives me reason to believe they have plans for AJ. So maybe he does walk away with the strap. I would like to see him walk away with it, but I'm picking Dom.
Yeah, that Kazarian spot, man. Everyone, their brother around me. I think I was telling you about this when we talked about it, NXT. It was like when he came out, everyone was like, and here comes Kazarian.
Yeah.
Never came out. We're like, wait, what? That was definitely, and then obviously everything came out. They changed it last minute. They couldn't guarantee it, yada yada yada. But the fact they can't guarantee it might actually lean into him being the champion. So we'll see what happens.
That is true. That is true. And that's why I said there's just a few things up in the air with him. But I'm just going to stay safe. I'm going to take Dom.
I like it. Clean sweep, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So another match. Again, all gimmicks. All gas, no brakes. All gimmicks. All matches, baby. All night.
Different country.
Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu. U.S. title match. Not just any title match. A steel cage match. I am so excited for this match. This match, I mean, obviously, if you look at this, it's hard to even look about Jacob not dog walking Solo. this entire match, throwing him, breaking down cages, just beating the ever living heck out of Solo Sikoa. With that being said, I don't know if there's another member. I don't know if Zilla's waiting somewhere with the fourth rope. I don't know. I don't know if there's someone lurking. I don't know what's going on. But I just can't bet against Solo right now with the run with the MTF. I'm FT. I apologize. I cannot. Jacob obviously should annihilate this man in a cage with no one else allowed. Everyone knows if you watch wrestling, that's wrestling speak for. Everyone's going to get involved. So I did not see though if the stipulation is it get out of the cage or is a pin or submission allowed in the cage. Has anyone seen that?
Well, any cage match is escape or
well, sometimes it's only the quote unquote escape, but they have to climb up. They do the handcuff thing to the rope and like, oh, I can't get them, that kind of thing. So I haven't seen that yet. If it's just like a pin or escape, so I don't know. But I don't know. I didn't see the 2K25 stuff come up. So, but I got to go with Solo, man. I got to go with Solo. He's growing on me. I love the comedic stuff with him. I love the facial expressions. I love everything Solo's been doing. Definitely coming from being the sidekick, the silent guy, to being the tribal chief thing they did after Mania. But what he is now, building these guys around him, he's legitimate. You kind of forget where he came from and that he's actually the baby Oos. And you look at him and you actually give him a little respect. He kind of he's growing on me a little bit. But I got Solo walking out.
You could tell in his face he's the baby Oos.
Well, he did some facial expressions on last week when he got arrested. And there was two moments. I was gonna do the whole picture thing and show, but like he didn't, like he made like a face, and then one getting into the car, he looked just like Jimmy and Jay at two different points. I'm like, he literally looked just like them.
He's just 10 years behind in his facial expressions, so 10 years that start looking like them a bit more.
Cody, come on, help me. I'm sorry. Like my 5-year-old when she takes the I'm sorry.
You want to forgive him. When he says sorry, you want to forgive him. If Jimmy Uso comes out and says sorry, you ain't believing him.
Nope. So I got Solo walking out, baby. I got him retaining in this match. I think the cage match is going to be hella good. There's going to be a lot of people involved. Maybe we see Zilla. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Vinny, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts, man? Who's walking out U.S. champion?
I got to go. This one's probably the toughest one for me to choose because Jacob Fatu is on such a run and he's definitely got the rocket strapped to him.
Mm-hmm.
Solo Sikoa has had a really good resurgence and kind of recovery. He floundered for a bit, that whole, fake tribal chief thing and having to lose to Roman on the Netflix premiere. He needed some kind of a recovery, and he's finally got it now with his own group. And I don't know. I think the Tongan Samoan group thing is kind of played out at this point. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I gotta go with Jacob. I can't see Solo winning except for nefarious means, which means it could possibly happen. I gotta go Jacob.
I like it. If fourth rope comes down and gets involved, and that's some weird stuff to get. I'm out. I can't deal with all these levels. I can't deal with all these. Man, I can't. But we'll see what happens. I like the pick though. It makes a lot of sense. Lady Alpha, who's walking out United States champion back on the Friday nights?
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah,
my thing is he lost that belt due to shenanigans, people getting involved. They're in a steel cage this time. I don't see anybody really able to get involved to affect the match that much. So yeah, Solo is about to get dog walked.
Baby.
He's gonna get dog walked. He's getting hurt, and that belt's going back where it belongs on Jacob Fatu.
I'm 100% behind that pick. I'm just telling you right now, if Talatanga does some Kane stuff and rips that cage door up the cage, I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? He's not that strong. He's a big dude, but he definitely is like definitely hit a little bit of the weights. Again, what am I saying? He probably throw my ass around. Just saying, but like get a little more of the arms going. Then I'm like, okay, now that's a force. He's tall, but the strength wise, we'll see. String beam, we'll see what happens. But Mike, what are your thoughts, man? Who's coming out of the blue brand as your U.S. title next Friday night?
I gotta agree with Vinny and Alpha. We righting wrongs.
On the island,
Solo's getting walked. Fatu's the one with the rocket right now. Solo can go back down to the bottom of the card. Not saying he will, because he obviously got a good team around him, but
Right.
he still needs some developing and building and probably just growing. He's young, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
All his other family members just look more scarier and more dominant than him. That's why Jacob being beside him kind of never worked, you know.
Yeah.
You got to right the wrong, and you got to figure out more what you're gonna do with Solo, because he needs the more intricate writing right now. Jacob, just send him out there. He's murdering stuff.
That's
So
crazy, dude.
give him the belt and let him walk through the door and focus on what you got to do with Solo. But it's time to right that wrong. Jacob needs to leave with that strap.
Yep.
All right. I'm over here. I'm over here with my paddle. I'm just heading to the island. I'm going over
Don't
here.
worry, I'll pick
baby.
you up.
I'm going over the island, baby. I'm
If
here.
you get stuck, right? I'll meet you halfway. I'll pick
I was
you
gonna
up.
say, I'm going to the island of relevancy. I'll be right back. I'm going over. So we talked about some of the gents a little bit, night one, night two. Let's jump over to the ladies real quick. Obviously vying for gold. A match again. The matches on night two are tough. If we're doing predictions, obviously not doing the writing. These are some tough matches. Looking how we're going to do the rest of 2025. Becky Lynch, Lyra Vicaria, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Obviously a no DQ, no count out. We need to have a winner. But if Lyra loses, she can no longer challenge for that belt. It's whenever you hear that, they did the same thing with Becky.
We went.
If
I
she
was gonna
loses-
say we went through this already. The first
Yeah, I
time.
was gonna say when they threw that step, I went, "Come on, what if they just left the no DQ, no count out?" Now I'm like, "Ooh, okay." Now is Becky getting what's going on? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, is Bailey getting involved? What's going on? But then you throw the can never challenge again. It did, man. AEW just tried to throw it out with two of their top stars. They didn't even do it. They didn't pull the trigger. It's so tough to lock that someone down like that creatively. Like unless you have a great 6 to 8 months plan for them, where they can kind of turn around sometime next year and go, oh, I can go for that now because
you just need to simplify it and be like, look, if Becky has the belt, the same, not
right.
counting if you lose it and then you get it back, but during one title reign, you should just have a specific amount of title shots you can get, so we know that that's your last one. But it doesn't necessarily you telling us the winner, which is typically what I feel they do when they say that.
So I'm going to make it quick. I think the match is going to be good. Do I have a feeling Bailey gets involved a little bit? Her promo on Monday, she's a little downtrodden. I don't know if she does, but I got Lyra win. I can't see the whole not going for it. I think Becky did what she needed to do for that belt, brought it a little bit of prominency, gave it a good name, gave it a good run. Has some great promos with it. Did what she did need coming back. But at the end of the day, I think Lyra here wins, walks out of SummerSlam. Your new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Lady Alpha, I'll start with you. Who's walking out the champ with that belt?
And I disagree. I think Lyra has had it once, and she didn't really do as much for that belt as she probably could have. I think it's Bailey's turn. So Becky will retain and then later face Bailey and lose.
Role model. I agree with it. Bailey. I don't know what's happened ever since this tag team snub and everything with Becky, but like she needs to at the end of the day go back to Becky and be like, yo, you screwed me out of all this. I'm done with it. I want that belt. I need that belt to have this, man. I need it. So I like that. That's a good point. That's a good pick. Vinny, your thoughts, man?
I agree with you to the point where Lyra has been on fire lately, and I think this time around. Now, I heard that they specifically told Lyra not to really show her personality until after WrestleMania. I don't know why, but she's been on fire since, losing the title to Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Her promos have been better. Her fire, her aggressiveness has been fantastic. I gotta go, but I could also see Bailey turning heel, costing Lyra the match to keep Becky having the title, and then, there's so many titles that Lyra can go to SmackDown and go after the U.S. title. That's not really a big thing. But I gotta go with Lyra. I think that, she's the whole idea of Becky coming back and giving the title some prestige because she's a top name.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lyra beating her will be that rub that she needs. And then she can go on to feud with Bayley if Bayley's going to turn heel.
All right, so we got 2-1. Mike, what do you think, man? Who's walking out with that strap? Who's winning it?
Well, first thing is if Lyra lost this match, in my opinion, I think that would lead to her probably going back with Becky and costing Bayley a match, which means you can't beat them, join them, because they both got their heritage with them. But with the fact that they started with them together, I don't know if it would make sense to go back there, which it could, but I just don't know. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go with the 6-inch Becky stompers and say Lyra takes this one.
Those shoes are wild, bro.
Yo, bro. Never seen nothing in the cup, she did like a medium Irish jig with a spin. So I mean, it's like I'm just gonna go with the stoppers.
I love it. Oh man. So this match has not been announced for what night, but I mean, if we're looking at match counts and match numbers, I feel like it falls on night 2. And it doesn't really matter who any of us pick tonight, who win it. The people that win are the people in attendance. So if it's night 2, thank you. More so, I'm talking about the SmackDown Tag Team Championship TLC match that has been made by Nick Aldis. Man, this is carnage to the 15th degree. These teams, I cannot believe I'm probably going to see them all competing in this match. If it is night 2, you got Motor City Machine Guns, the Wyatt Six, Faxium, DIY, Street Profits, and obviously Andrade and Rey Fenix, a newly formed tag team. Man, God, the carnage. Like I feel like if this is on night 2, it needs to start the night. Get everyone hyped. Everyone's amped. Everyone's like rolling on their. Just seeing the spots are gonna go crazy in this TLC match, man. And if they pick the right teams to do it, because these guys will get it done. They'll do it the right way. With that being said, obviously, huge Wyatt Six fan, man. I know the sexy pick to retain, that kind of shows them kind of having their dominance over the rest of the division. Motor City Machine Guns, tried and true veterans. Faxium, big on them from NXT. I feel like they've gotten buried a little. Not buried. I'm sorry, not wrong, but just kind of they lost a little of that luster coming up from NXT. They came out hot, kind of got down a little bit. Obviously, the Street Profits, they're always good. It's always good to see them as champions. They're great at what they do. DIY again, calling back to NXT. Watch what Ciampa and Gargano have got to do. But I got to tell you, man, maybe I got a thing for new tag teams that are hot and they get over. Go back to the Charlotte Alexa thing, but I kind of have a feeling Andrade and Rey Fenix walk out of here with some gold, man. I think they want to get Rey Fenix, kind of get him a little teased. Not fair to Penta. Penta needs to get into the IC title match in that picture and get himself a match, get some gold too. But Andrade, they've been waiting to get a spot for him, bringing him back, get him up there, get him hot with somebody. Him and Phoenix are great together. The Message is probably one of the best finishers, top 5, I think, right now. Going, awesome move. Phoenix is amazing at what he does. They have a great dichotomy of groundwork, air moves. I think this is the perfect match to get it. I don't want to say they steal it, but it's the one where everyone's laid out. And there you go, climbing that ladder, grabbing the belt. So I got Andrade and Rey Fenix walking out, your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Mike, I'll go back to you. What are your thoughts, man? Who's walking out of this car wreck, demolition derby of a match? Who's walking out Tag Team Champions on SmackDown?
If I was picking who I want to win, we'd have the same pick. But I'm going to say that I think probably in the past couple of years, minus where they've been at now, Faxium, even though they was in NXT, is probably the best tag team the WWE had. I have a funny feeling they steal this and they leave with the tag titles. So I'm gonna pick Faxium.
Faxium. Yeah, baby. I like that. Yes, please. I like that pick, man. Lady Alpha, what are your thoughts? Who's gonna survive this match and walk out and as tag team champions over on Friday nights?
I think I've got the Wyatt Six retaining. They've had one title defense. I don't see him taking the belt from them right now. Plus, it kind of kills the story if someone else gets the belt, because the whole thing is the entire tag division is trying to bring down the Wyatt Six. There's like terrified that the Wyatt Six is going to, they're going to destroy the tag division or whatever, or they have destroyed it, or I don't know. I'm trying to pay attention, but sometimes I just get lost.
It's a lot. It's a lot sometimes with this stuff. This match alone tells you how just convoluted that tag division is over on SmackDown. So
they threw dots. They pulled out the dot board and they threw 7-8 dots at it and was like, "Let's just go for it."
See,
send that shit. Let's go. You send it.
I have severe anxiety, so when you've got like 12 men standing there all talking at once, my brain shuts down. It says no, we're not doing that. So I will completely zone out for half of it and then lose it. And then I'm like, okay, so now I've got to Google and find out what's going on.
I'm crying. Yo.
so yeah, I seriously, I think it would kill the story if they took the belts off of the Wyatt Six, because they have nothing to chase. That their whole thing is to stop the Wyatt Six. Well, kill it now, after it just barely got started.
That's a good point, though.
So, Wyatt Six for me.
I just gave up on the Wyatt Six. I'll be completely honest with you. That's why. It was my next pick.
I never liked I haven't liked the Wyatt Six. I mean, I really haven't liked their whole story. But I don't know. This is probably not my least favorite match on the card. I'm not a huge multi-person ladder match fan. Maybe it's because I've gotten older and I'm yelling at clouds now, but I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. I would like to see the Street Profits come out on top and win the titles. And get the titles back, but then it doesn't make sense. Why take it off of them in the first place? So I'm probably gonna have to go with Fraxium to take it. New blood into the tag division, new champions. They don't have to worry about going over or pinning anybody. I'm gonna go with Fraxium.
2 Fraxiums, an Andrade Ray Phoenix, and a Wyatt Six. Lady Off, you getting this?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, awesome. I like it, man. It's gonna be awesome. Let's switch over to ladies. This is big for me. I say what you want. I mean, I don't want to get too into it, but this is obviously a 1-1A, obviously main event. At the end of the day, nothing against these ladies who are going to tear it down. Yeah. John Cena and Cody Rhodes. It just, for the story wise, it needs to main event night 2. But with that being said, again, not putting second best or saying that they deserve to be a 1A, but just for story wise, I think how they're going to end that show and how they're going to go out moving into Raw the next night. I think it needs the main event. But these women are going to tear the house down. If there was a roof on MetLife, they'd blow it off. Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Naomi, and a triple threat for the Raw World Women's Championship is going to be such a match. I alluded to it a little bit as far as Jade Cargill. Obviously, with triple threat, we all know that there's no DQ. A lot of things could happen. I think we have a Bianca sighting. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm a very big proponent of being clean, especially a match like this. You want that winner to be precise, but we know for story purposes, you kind of want that interference as well to kind of build the "you didn't beat me, someone else did." But with that being said, I can obviously, if you know, Naomi, this is her last big run in WWE, which is why she does have the strap, which is very muchly deserved from her, what she did in TNA, obviously being back with WWE for a little bit. Her plan is obviously after this is to go start a family with John, which is Jimmy Uso. So I don't think they take it out for her yet, which is why I think Bianca comes down and maybe and it indirectly helps her keep that. Maybe Bianca doesn't even come down, which is even better because I like the no interference thing. I like it to be clean. But it's going to be an awesome match. I love me some Io Sky. Rhea Ripley's amazing, but I love this Naomi character. finally getting the flowers with the belt, how she won that belt, cashing in. And no one saw it coming on Raw. Everyone thought it was Friday night. But I love me some Naomi, and I don't want to see it end just yet, and I don't think it will this upcoming Sunday. So I have Naomi retaining in this triple threat, walking out. Still your Raw Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Vinny, I'll go to you. Who's walking out when we tune in Monday night? Who's the women's champion on Raw?
Who should win or who's going to win? That's the biggest question. Rhea Ripley should win. I mean, she's the most dominant female there is. And honestly, it's not realistic for anybody else to win in that match. But I have to say, I think Naomi's going to take it. I really like the way that her run is going right now. This new gimmick for her is just absolutely fantastic. I'm not a fan of Io. I don't think it's realistic for Io to even be involved with this match. But I got to go with Naomi.
All right. Naomi, I like it. Lady Alpha, your thoughts? Who's the women's champion after night 2?
Naomi.
Hey.
Again, it's too soon to take it from her. And I'm not sure when exactly she's planning to leave, but I think they're going to give her a good, long, strong run. So we're gonna see some good bookings for her. Some title defenses.
I mean, anyone she gets in the ring with, she's a great asset in the ring. And I think, I mean, if she was to, let's say, lose at a Mania, if I was her, I'd be happy with that. Have a great run and obviously go and be happy with that. She's not retiring. She just wants to have this great run and go. And, not for nothing, too, you got to assume, obviously, we didn't really touch on too much with Jay. I want to talk about with Jay kind of moving down to the undercard a little bit with night 1. You know, Survivor Series is right around the corner. War Games is coming. I know we've seen it. It's a little redundant, but I think Jimmy, Jay, Roman kind of run it back, doing something in the cage. We'll see what happens. But I think Jimmy also has to have a strong storyline moving into the end of 2025, into the Rumble. I'm sorry, into the Mania. So if Naomi's like, hey, come on, you're done. Let's go. We got to do this. And Jimmy's like, I got to go. Bye-bye. Like, deuces. I got to go. I'm out. Yeah, it's going to be good to see. I think she gets a good run as well. So, Mike, proceed with caution here. Who walks out the Raw Women's Champion after night 2?
After how good that cash-in was, there's no way she loses.
So good.
Not even counting everything else that's going on, retirement tour, possibly a time away or whatever's going on. Just that cash-in I'm just going to tunnel in on that. You don't not waste the cash-in like that on like 1 month.
Thank you.
So, I got to stick with Naomi.
Naomi with the clean sweep. I like it. And like I said, I think obviously we all think this is going to be the deal. The never seen 17 undisputed champion over on SmackDown, obviously taking on the quarterback, the king, Cody Rhodes, in a street fight in the main event of night 2 of SummerSlam for the undisputed championship. This match is tough, man. I'm not even feeding into the Rock stuff, the final boss, maybe something else going down, maybe the swerve is Seth to come down and take it off of one of these guys. All I can tell you is the reason I think it's main eventing, there is going to be something they got planned for night 2 to blow off on that show, to move you right into Monday night and to move into the rest of 2025. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. But one thing I can tell you is I do have a hotel booked for night 2. So I'm going to be walking my ass to that hotel probably an hour and a half after, because the pyro is going to be so loud and my voice is going to be left over in Jersey saying, woo! Cody's walking out, baby, getting that ball back. QB1 is back, baby. Again, going away for Street Fighter. Do we see the double turn? I don't know. It's probably one of the hardest things to pull off in wrestling. And Vinny, I know he's going to talk about it a little bit. I mean, we've all seen it one time go down. The lovely, if you will, the way they did it over at Bash at the Beach, regardless of the characters, but the way they did the double turn, that's the way you do it. And to do that on night 2 when it's already so anticipated, nobody knew it was Hogan. No, but that's the problem. Nobody knew it was Hogan. Now you're assuming the double turn, and I talked about it on SmackDown Shakedown with Big Mike. Now you saw Cody's promo on Friday night. He kind of dialed down a little more talking about Hogan, a little more finessed it. Like, this is the scene I want. Kind of gave me vibes from WrestleMania 41. Kind of talking like the way he talked to Cena before, more so being the face guy and just want to have a great match and justifying his win. I think you've done already a little too much damage with the split camera thing and the street fight thing. They went too far, I think, and they realized that. They're trying to pull it back. So I say all that to, Do we get a double turn? I don't know, but I can tell you, I really feel almost by a shadow of a doubt, Cody walks out of there with that title. How he gets it, what happens after that, I don't know. But I think Cena kind of finishes out 2025 in that base run and doing some cool things. But I got Cody winning. Mike, I'm going to start with you, man. Who's opening up SmackDown on Friday as that undisputed champion?
I think if Cody wins, he turns heel in this match. And obviously that would send probably John the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
But my gut's just telling me it might take more than one time to get this back. So I'm just going to stick with John Cena. My gut is telling me Cena's not giving up the belt just yet.
I like it.
Probably be a million of those tactics that we talked about. And we'll probably be done threw back 2 bears by the time the run-ins are done. And, you know,
I'll be able to go up, go to the bathroom, grab a beer, come back.
Yeah, want to slam your head off the wall and a whole bunch of other things. But it inevitably just comes down to saving Cena not being able to do the match that they probably want him to do. But I don't think he's losing yet unless Cody goes heel. And I have, like, if we was going like on a percentage, I have a 1% scale over here that says Cody will ever go heel. That means 99% is he just doesn't understand the kids will love him even if he goes bad. So he just won't do it. He's get ran out the company before he'll go heel. So I gotta stick with Cena here. I think Cody will eventually get it back. I just don't think it's here.
I like that. That's good reasoning too. I like that. But y'all, I think Cody's finally realized he's like, man, I think the maturation of this character is I kind of got to do that. And everyone keeps comparing it to the Highlander stuff. Of like, he's gonna be the Highlander, bro. Come out and just do his thing.
Just it's fine. But the thing is this, right? His father was the American dream, and he was more of a heel than him. You're the American nightmare. You're the American nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Like, nightmares ain't supposed to be good. So I feel like you picked the name of a heel. You gotta at some point embrace this. And you know, Cody's like one of my top 10. But I mean, look it. I've seen Dusty cut, and you know, Dusty was like the ultimate baby face, but he could, you know, dance on that line.
Badass heel promos, bro.
Yeah, hard times, you know.
Yeah,
but
baby.
like Dusty could dance on that line. Cody is like just too good. That's why people compare him to Outlander, because it's like it's almost phony at this point, you know.
Yeah.
So you got to figure it out, bro. But Cena, going Cena, Boston.
Yo, don't stop, man. We're gonna remortgage in our house when that comes around here, man. Vinny too. Vinny, we gotta talk about you coming with us too, man. We gotta figure it out, man. Because
yeah.
Oh, Vinny out there too?
Vinny's in CT, baby.
Oh man, yeah, we
gotta figure this out. Dude.
We gotta figure this out.
We gotta figure it out. But like Dusty said, man, you know, he said about Roman, but his own son has it. You know, you can't sell it, you can't give it away. You are it, baby. And like Cody has it, and heel face does not matter. Cody's gonna sell them out. They're gonna love it, and it's like you get like the mean looking like skull with the dude. It's we're gonna make it work. He's
might
gonna
be
sell
better.
something.
Might be way better than he ever expected it.
He has no idea, and like the people, and it's like the dudes like the 26 to 42. They're like, yeah, I love me some heel Cody. Yeah, like they're gonna love that. They're gonna love it because they never got to see it. And a lot of people in AEW too. Don't get me wrong. He never did it in AEW. They're gonna be excited to see it happen.
If he would have turned heel in AEW, he probably would have had the heavyweight title, and he would have never left. But they booed you. The fans booed you out the building.
But that's why he should have never said I can't challenge for the heavyweight anymore. He is back on that. He's like, I should have done that.
Decision. So
yep. Awesome. All right, Vinny, your thoughts, man. Big one. Set SmackDown. Right. Who's the undisputed champion on Friday night, baby?
So here's my thought process. Cody has, for the past number of months, said that he didn't want to take shortcuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to hit Cena with the belt. He didn't want to do anything that was, you know, not the word chivalrous, but, you know, not above board.
Right.
Who has been John Cena's biggest rival in WWE? The one that kind of their careers paralleled each other. The one that took him to Suplex City.
Oh no, Vinny, Vinny,
whatever year that was.
Oh no.
I'm thinking Brock Lesnar comes back. I mean, the WWE Vault channel on YouTube has been showing the top SummerSlam matches, and Brock's in 6 of the top 10. So, WWE started selling Brock merchandise again. So, I think Brock comes back.
He's not wrong.
Hits Cena with the F5, costs him the title, tells Cody, "You earn my respect. I'm giving you the title. Take it." And Cody wins, turns heel in the process because he took a shortcut. So now he's got to wrestle with that.
And then Brock and Cena have another match.
Goes on to feud with Brock to kind of have the redemption. And, you know, you got to have a Cena-Brock match on his retirement tour.
Not for nothing. People might not like that, but it is the fact that Brock held up Cody's hand in their last match and passed that torch. Vinny's not wrong. It does make sense. And Cena's been, I've talked about it ever since it happened at Mania. And Elimination Chamber. You got to walk back and put the bows and quote bows on it and close the circles of everything he's wanted to do. He did it with Punk. He did it with Randy. He's probably I would see him having one with Roman. I feel like him and Roman got to have a match at some point, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Brock, say what you want, man.
That was Brock's last match was with Cody.
It was. So that makes actually perfect sense. And I'm not even saying even like a one-off, like quick rivalry, but just the fact he comes back and looks at Cody, kind of gives him that. You all seen the meme? Just gives him the nod, tips the hat, and walks back down the ramp, and Cody's like, "What?"
Especially with his new look that we keep seeing. He looks like a straight cowboy now.
Yo, he is damn. Like, God bless that man. Like, he's living life, whatever he does, man. He's never needed it. Like, he's lived off of like the endorsement money. He's a millionaire.
I'm pretty sure I watched his daughter break a world record on the first try.
You did.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Say what you want. I've seen, obviously, you know how the IWC and just the internet is and people are in general. Obviously, his daughter is obviously looks a little more
They are
than
Viking.
some women.
They are Viking.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, thank you. Learn the heritage. But his daughter, like, if she ever gets into that wrestling ring, God help any of those divas that go to this woman, because she's gonna get pushed to the moon, man. It's gonna be wild.
It's crazy. We've never seen anything like that. We've never seen anything remotely close to that.
No, not at all. But last and certainly not least, Lady Alpha, bring us home Friday night. Obviously, the big event on Sunday night. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Who's walking out with the big one?
John Cena. Okay. Now, hear me out. I think that this is going to be the match that pushes Cody over the edge. This is that much I agree with all y'all. This is the match that's going to turn Cody. And but he needs, that trigger,
Mm-hmm.
So losing again to John Cena. I think this is their second, isn't it?
It is. Yep.
Yeah, their second. And we all know, or I've learned recently, that Paul likes to do the triples. The three.
He loves the trilogy.
Yes.
Thank you, TKO.
Yes, he does. he likes those. So I think, this is going to be another loss, and it's going to trigger Cody to make those shortcuts, to do the dirty deeds to win the belt. He wants the belt. He needs to get it away from John Cena, the whole save wrestling. So when after John pins Cody's going to get up and lose it on him. And there you have your John becomes the victim and Cody becomes the villain.
The double turn.
Yes. So, Cody's going to snap and attack John and beat him down. And then we will see, probably at War Games or somewhere around there, the final match. And Cody will take it from him.
Nice.
In lieu of what Lady Alpha just said, if that is the case, there's no way in hell, and I don't care if everyone in the damn arena in Boston knows he's winning or losing the belt. Yeah. There's no way Cody and him don't fight their last fight in Boston and his retirement match. There's no damn way you don't put those two in the main event. I don't care if they know Cody's walking out with the belt. It doesn't even matter. I don't care. There's no way you don't make that match if that's the trilogy and you put it in Boston with the double turn Lady Alpha just brought about, because dude, if we all get the privilege to go, I hope all three of us get to go. Lady Alpha, I wish you were closer. You can fly out too, man. Listen. I told Big Mike the same thing because Big Sped lives in Pennsylvania. He's only like 6 hours away, if that. Yeah. If I had the money, I would fly Big Mike up here, man. I want us all to be at one big ass pay-per-view. And that Saturday main event, I don't even understand how they think that's going to be probably the highest. That's going to set some records for NBC.
Oh, yeah.
Peacock. It's going to I don't even. They got to joke around. Those if you don't buy those tickets when Ticketmaster comes out, secondhand those tickets are probably going to go $700, $800, $900.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
To see John Cena's last match at the Garden, it's going to be wild. But specifically to what Lady Alpha just said, that actually with him winning that match or losing that match to Cody, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's awesome. Dude, this was night 1 and night 2 are going to be awesome. You guys had some amazing picks. This is awesome stuff. That's why I like doing this. All of us kind of see it a different way and how we get there. I love this as always a pleasure. So obviously we've been here for a couple hours. We'll get out of here. Everyone can go watch NXT. Me and Mike are pulling double duty, so we'll be on here a little while anyway. Obviously, ladies first here. Lady, always a pleasure to have you on. We're doing our predictions and shows. Where can everyone find you on the socials when you're not here talking wrestling on Cherry Show? Where can we find you?
Okay. Thank you again for inviting me. I do enjoy this. This is great. Right now, at this moment, you can find me on X at Lady Alpha KK. Also, you can follow me on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and X. We have starting a new podcast that will air Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. So you can look us up at the Wrestling Divas Podcast. It's me and my friend Autumn.
Love
Both of us are newbies. That's the hook. We're newbies. I've only been watching this time since September.
Yeah, but you've come. Yeah, but you've been on enough with myself, Big Mike, the rest of us, Vinny. But you're gonna kill it. It doesn't matter if you're a newbie or not. The fact you're getting on there, getting in front of the microphone.
I consider you guys all intimidate me because you all been watching for many years and doing this and stuff. So I'm just learning.
It's the vodka in here that gets me going. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm kidding.
You feel me?
kind of. Anyway, but the fact listen, I told you this before, and I want to say it because the fact you're picking up a microphone, you and Autumn, and you're getting in there in front of a camera, and you're doing this and talking wrestling. It speaks volumes to everyone else who doesn't do that. You have the courage to do that is amazing, and it just makes the space that much better. So for that, I applaud you both, and it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to be on your show. So I'm very excited.
Thank you. We can't wait to have you.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Vinny, obviously, man, we parallel a lot of our shows that we do together. Obviously, you're going to catch me and Vinny tomorrow night on the AEW Deep Dive, talking about a Dynamite and everything going on. Vinny, aside from that, where can everyone find you when you're not doing stuff with us?
You find me on Facebook and Twitter at Vinny Suds, is my personal account. At Suds Media is the podcast network account. YouTube.com/@Suds-Media. But for everything, just go to suds-media.com. You can visit our link tree, get all of our sponsors and everything. And make sure this Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, live, the Sudsy Awards 2025. Got a who's who of wrestling and soap opera podcasters coming together to have some fun and to give out some awards, and got a special cameo by somebody. So stay tuned. Again, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a Suds Media PLE, the Sudsy Awards.
Yeah, definitely tune in. The cameo is going to be fire for you guys. You guys are going to enjoy that. So definitely tune in. You'll see yours truly giving away an award. So I'm very excited to be a part of this for the second straight year. So I'm pumped. I appreciate that. And thank you, Vinny, for letting me be a part of it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you watch on Tuesdays, which we'll see in a little while, it's a Two Stooges collaboration with the NXT Rewind. We've started a couple weeks from now. Obviously, AEW, WWE predictions. My boy Mike Norton's with me. But Mike, when you're not doing this, man, where can everyone else find on the socials?
Most importantly, tonight, tune in to NXT Rewind.
Yeah.
We're running a little bit late today, so every Tuesday I'm here with
10:30.
John.
Figure it out.
Share Shot Sports, every Tuesday. But other than that, at Mob Squad 508, Twitter, YouTube, that's about it. I'm not paying attention to other social medias. We try to push these platforms to the top.
That's it, baby. Short and sweet. Always a pleasure. Yeah. all three of you, thank you so much. And hey, shout out to Matt Trigger if you jumped in a little late. My boy Matt Trigger, everything Baltimore for the Ravens and Baltimore Orioles, man. Obviously, the trade deadline is coming up. Tune in to talk about everything with them with baseball, and it's still preseason. Football's coming up, so tune into him as well. Obviously, you guys know me. I'm John Anthony. You can catch me pretty much every day on here, whether it's Mondays or Fridays, doing the Raw Rundown, the SmackDown Shakedown with Big Mike. Wednesdays over on bodyslam.net doing the Chair Shot Sports Weekend Wrestling. Tuesday nights with my boy Mike here doing the NXT Rewind, and also on Thursdays doing the TNA, Talking TNA, which is heating up right now with this partnership going. The Slammiversary was a banger. Obviously, Bound for Glory is going to be awesome. Emergence, everything else they got going on is going to be great. But the one thing you can do for me, guys, obviously, if you made it this far for the 100 and something people in here, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts are on the show. But if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and the biggest thing you can do for all four of us here right now is shoot us a thumbs up. Helps Mike. It helps Lady Alpha. It also helps Vinny as well. Puts up in the algorithm. Lets YouTube know we got some good content. Helps all of our channels, all of our shows. So you can do that for me. It's the one thing I really appreciate that. But again, I love all of you. Thank you so much again. I know we had to pull some strings, get it done a little later, pulling the subs. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you, Matt. But yeah, it's always a good time, guys. As always, it's all wrestling. Love all of it, man. It's a buffet. Get your plate ready and go get yourself some scoops, whatever you want to watch. So for Lady Alpha, for Vinny from Suds and Squared, and also for from Mike over at the Mob Squad. Me and Mike will see you in a little while. I'm John Anthony, guys. We'll catch you soon.